Good afternoon. Thank you for calling Investors Bank Fifth Avenue. Lorraine speaking. How can I help you?
Hello, is this Lorraine Scoobies or Scoopies?
Max is calling, please.
Yes, it's. I'm calling about my biological father, Stavros.
Oh, okay. Mr. Stavros is
Son.
the man you're speaking about. Yes. Do you speak Greek or you don't speak Greek?
Bueno, μπορώ να μιλάω, δεν μπορώ να διαβάσω ή γράφω.
But I need to know 100% that you are his son, right?
Yep.
You have a great father. You know that, right?
Thanks.
But my name is French, Lorraine, but I'm Greek. How are you today?
Fine, thanks.
How can I help you?
Well, I've been out of the country for a while, so I haven't seen my father. And when I called, I discovered he had this nurse taking care of him, and she insisted that, I should contact you to find out what's going on the ground there. I guess something happened.
No, I take care of your father when he comes in here and tries to do the bills. Because I know your dad not yesterday. I know him a good, I can't even tell you how many years I know him now, since he opened up his account, okay? That's how long I know him, so since 2008.
Well, I really didn't understand the aide or nurse.
So she got the accent thing, that's why.
Yeah, where's she from?
His aide?
Yeah.
Yeah, the aide. I call her the nurse. The aide, the nurse aide. I think she's Haitian, Jamaican.
I mean, I understood her most of the time, but I don't understand why she wanted me to call you exactly.
Because your father was attacked. He was attacked supposedly in his apartment, and I tried to help him.
He told you this?
Yeah, he came and he told it to me. He had come and told it to me, and I had spoken to somebody that I knew, and being at the area that he lives in is prominently, I guess, Chinese.
Yeah.
And I had given the information to somebody that I knew, but now he has passed on, and he had given me a business card to someone, but we became a little skeptical of making that initial complaint.
I don't understand. Why didn't you file a report?
But I got afraid. I got afraid because I didn't know who we were dealing with. Because when he did tell me how they came in, they attacked him, I got a congressman or somebody's business card that was running for something, but he was also Chinese. Then I got afraid.
Did you know how many people attacked him?
I can't remember. But it doesn't sound like it was just one. There was a few, from what I'm understanding. And supposedly he said they broke the window or something to his apartment. So either they came in from the window. I'm not 100% on that, but that's what he told me.
Was he just found hurt, or did he actually get beat up, like other parts of his body bruised and all that?
No, when the incident did occur, he came to me, and I saw that he was bruised up.
So there must be a security camera footage of this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. These people came into his house, and they beat him up, and he was in the hospital. When he came out, he came to the bank. He had still the hospital tag on him, so he's definitely got to be on record in the hospital, 100%. Because they don't tag you.
So you think Chinese people did it?
I don't know, but then again, listen, people could put people to do something and make it think it's them. You understand?
Why do you think that?
Because that break-in, they wanted to make it look like it was the people who owned the building, but it wasn't. It had to be somebody from your family, 100% somebody from his family.
So you think it was an inside job?
Yeah, it was an inside job. Yeah.
So who do you think actually did it?
He's been telling me for years now how his family has taken everything that belonged to him. There's Anna. I don't know if you know her.
Yeah, of course.
She's supposedly a relative.
Anna's my sister.
When I asked him about Anna, he cursed her to me, okay? Because supposedly, like, after he got attacked, he was in the hospital. She came with some Greek lady. They went into his house, supposedly. They cleaned up his whole apartment.
Mm-hmm.
But when I mention her name, he gets all mad.
Mm-hmm.
She went in, supposedly, cleaned up his apartment, or had somebody come and clean up his apartment for him.
Do you know who that was?
I don't. Yeah, that part I don't know. I can't answer you if he was.
Did you mention my brother Antonio Kotatis?
Yeah, Tony, Adoni, right?
Yeah, because it's his name all over the forged papers in Greece to my father's properties.
Like right under his feet. He told it to me.
The documents I found show that they stole our IDs, went back to Greece, forged.
That's why he was saying McLepson.
Yeah, it's the IDs they steal. They go back to Greece, forge power of attorney agreements. I found some in my brother's name, Tony's name. And then they skim off the rents and all that stuff. They can't really sell the properties, though, just the land. And my father knows what's going on. I've been showing him the documents with my brother Tony's name on it. So,
wow, that's
yeah, it's a big
yeah.
scandal.
He's very upset because he knows he's been robbed.
Yeah, it's my mother who started all this with her family. My parents went to the United States with 5 children and opened restaurants.
I know he has 5 kids. He told me.
Yeah, in Brooklyn. And this was in 1974. Then by 1978, she disappeared with an ex-boyfriend named George Katrinos. Okay, eventually abandoning all the children to my father to tie him up from going back to Greece.
Yeah.
And they defamed him as violent, while my mother tried to throw all the kids in the street. She had my stepfather beat up my brother Gus when he was 17.
Wow.
And I found out later he ended up in a psychiatric center all his life, brain damage.
I didn't know this.
Then she had my brother Tony beat up. He lost hearing in 1 ear. I'm sure the U.S. Navy has a record of this. But he later made a pact with her. And in 1997, after I visited Heels and met my stepfather, he called me in Germany and said my brother Tony had beaten him up in the middle of the night with my uncles. And police did find him there. There's even a record of it. But his death certificate says he died in 2000, which means they were living off this SSI check still.
That's crazy. I mean, like I said, that 100% is that his family took everything that belonged to him, number one.
I guess I mentioned this already, but my brother Tony's on all the forged documents now and defaming me over in Europe.
Oh.
And my dad knows what's going on. In fact, a few years ago, he visited my father with the families. He speaks Spanish and stuff. My dad said he knew exactly who they were. He didn't care. He tried to stay outside. He knew what he was doing. He took pictures with them. And he came back and told me, just get all the documents. We need to sue them later.
Yeah. I always ask your dad. I always ask him all the time, has your son called you? He's like, no. I haven't talked to him. I said, okay. And I said to Nurse, next time you get the telephone, next time he calls, I go, please get me the telephone number or have him call me.
He doesn't ever call my father. He's after the money. Plus, he was in the Navy so many years, and, he's used to not staying in touch. He takes advantage of his distance thing.
Yeah, no, my tenant used to be, my tenant is in the Navy, and he's relocating to...
Okay, I understand you're scared for your life to file a police report.
Yeah, of course.
But what's not right here is that the 72nd Precinct Detective Squad is telling me the doctor's obliged to file a police report.
Yep.
What's going on here?
Exactly. See, that's what I don't understand.
Okay, who is this doctor that didn't report this?
Okay, I'm going to tell you now. You have a pen?
I got the computer here.
I don't know his number. I could get it. I could Google the number, because yesterday he told me that Dr. Kotatis, which he no longer sees him, but Dr. Kotatis was the one that he said that saw him in the hospital.
So with the K?
Yes, Dr. Kotatis. The doctor saw him in the hospital because for 18 days he was on the floor. And the TV or something was on top of him.
So he was knocked out, like in a coma or something like that?
Yeah.
Do you know which hospital it was?
The only hospital that's closest to your dad is Lutheran.
Mm-hmm.
Lutheran Medical, which is also Lutheran Medical, considered NYU Langone.
I'll Google this up.
Because that's the hospital that I know that's closest to your dad. So if they did call an ambulance, let's just say, and an ambulance came and picked them up, that's the hospital they would take him to, Lutheran, because that's the closest.
So he was like found on the floor, whatever, beaten up or hurt, right?
Yeah, he was on the floor.
Well, I think I recorded enough and took enough notes to maybe I should just call you back another time, or you call me.
Let me give you my cell. Let me give you my number to have, so it'd be better to reach me there than my work number. It's 347.
47.
881.
881.
5395.
95. Okay.
So if you're long distance, it's 1347. You have to put that one in there.
Okay.
Correct.
So far I got these copies of the forged documents to one property, and then there's just all this land that wasn't, published from a will that they've been skimming off.
He told me that they took the property and they sold it.
They can't really sell it without the urban planning records, but they can, with the death certificate maybe.
And they did sell the land?
Yeah, I think they either rented it or tried to.
Because he said Because he said something like that.
Yeah, I looked into it, and if I go publish my grandfather's will, it would have to be probated, and then while probating, I will show proof that we were harassed to prevent us from going to Greece,
Exactly.
and we'll bring criminal charges against them. From going back to Greece, and there'll be criminal charges. But anyway, listen, thanks a lot.
Oh, anytime. You have my number, so you can feel free to call me anytime.
Okay, take care, okay?